One man who will not be at Clash at the Castle is Randy Orton. But he spoke to Bill Apter last month, and shout out to Bill Apter, one of the nicest guys I've ever met. I've interviewed him a couple of different times. We even did a fan meetup event together once with Mania Crawl. Bill got hacked on X this week. He fell for a phishing scam that's been going around. He lost his account. He had to set up a new one, so you could follow him at the Apter Chat. That's his new handle. Sean Waltman fell for it too, lost his account for a little bit, but he's got it back now. Lex Luger got hacked. Hulk Hogan got hacked, for real this time. Unlike when he tweeted and deleted his plea for help when he ran out of toilet paper. Yes, that was a real tweet. Anyway, Randy Orton spoke with Bill Apter on behalf of Sportskeeda when he was in attendance for his father's induction into the St. Louis Wrestling Hall of Fame. This was back on May 18th. And he talked about one big difference between Vince McMahon's way of running WWE and Paul Levesque's way of running WWE. And I wanted to share this. It's brief here, but I wanted to share this with all of you because I think it sums up what we know about Vince McMahon pretty well. Said, listen, I love Vince. He gave me so many opportunities, but I think it was kind of time for him to move on. It's unfortunate that it happened in the way that it happened, but it's nice having people in charge of me that understand how important it is for you to be home for birthdays and home for Thanksgiving and home for Christmas. Vince McMahon, he had Raw on Monday Night Live. He doesn't care if you had kids. I came to him when I was 35 and my back really started going. And I pleaded with him, man, I gotta not do as many shows, maybe do half the tour and be able to recover. And he just looked at me and was like, oh, I need you on those shows, Randy. Mother Nature gets us all. And to hear that and go, okay, well, I guess there's nothing I can do other than just wear myself down to the nub until I can't walk anymore for this man. And the opportunities he gave me, and he took a sigh, and he said, it's nice having him out of there. And it's nice having his son-in-law, Triple H, running the game. Nick Khan is great. Everybody at TKO that has come in, they seem to get it. And it's just a different era. I think the way they care for talent nowadays and make sure that talent is good, and if they need a little bit of a break, we're only human, they get it most of the time. It's nice having him out of there. I guarantee you he is not the only one voicing that privately, but he's the first to really come out and say it publicly. First major name anyway. Bret Hart summed it up best once. He said that Vince McMahon has always had this mentality about treating wrestlers like circus animals. Circus animals are farm animals. And there are all these wrestlers that have broken their backs, making this living for so many years. And they end up with nothing when it's over. And then they just sort of take you out back. They put a slug in the back of your head and they dump you out. And he said that's the life of a professional wrestler. These days, the wrestlers make a lot more money than they used to. They make a much better living by and large, at least if you work for the big companies. And there are a lot of wrestlers who spend every dollar that they make, and they have no financial sense whatsoever in their brain. So I'm not saying they don't bear some of that responsibility themselves if they end up destitute. It's not a black and white thing, but it's true. Once you outlive your usefulness, you would be discarded. Did he really need Randy Orton to be on that tour every night? No. He could have given the man a few days off. Might have helped prolong his career. It's like Vince with CM Punk and all the times that he told Punk, I owe you one, pal. Right? You can only owe you one so many times. So it's nice to hear someone as high up as Randy Orton saying what we, as fans, have already heard and known for years. Now they know it's safe to come out and speak, and there's no chance of him, the boogeyman coming back. They can say the quiet part out loud.